Because up until that point,
When it's a wide open lane, you don't need to cross. Why are you crossing? Just go.
Go to the basket.
The whole other team was on the bench.
Joint be fire like bruh. We in the field, we in the field, bruh. We in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work. We raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
all right, this episode is sponsored by UIWI 2018, the National Conference Gathering the Faithful. It's going to be an awesome conference out in California, May 17th through the 19th. Trackstarz are going to be in the building. We're actually doing a class as well, like a workshop. And it's called, if you're going to be registering for this, make sure you sign up for our class, Leveraging Media for Thought Leadership on Critical Issues for Youth. So this is an opportunity for us to talk about how do we talk to young youth and reach them where they are. So great opportunity.
Awesome. Also brought to you by His Story Music Group. They are coming out with an album called Flight Club. It's a new album by D Black featuring Jared Sanders, Mouthpiece, Eshawn Burgundy, Phil J, Brother 3, Mission, and Jermaine Martell. You can pre-order on iTunes, and it's available everywhere on May 25th. Go to fightclubhmg.com. All right, so we're going to start off with a bang today. If you thought the definitive segment was just about CHH, you were wrong. We could apply this to anything. So since the hysteria around Marvel, we're going to do a Marvel MCU definitive. 10-year anniversary of the MCU. New movie out. Infinity War. We're not including that one in the discussion because a lot of people haven't seen it yet. So no Infinity War spoilers, but it is for all the other ones up until Infinity War. All right. So we have a bracket system. It's not going to be the same. There's no clips to play. We're just going to have to argue it out, and we'll go round by round. If you're watching this, you can see that there's trailers for all the MCU movies, just to remind yourself if you need to refresh your memory on what the movie was about and all that. So we had the poll up last week, and we had votes. First seed, these are the seed orders from top to bottom based on votes. Number 1, Black Panther. Number 2, Avengers. 3, Iron Man. Then Winter Soldier, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Homecoming. We included Homecoming even though it's not technically in the same studio, but it's still part of the MCU. All right.
Homecoming is, though.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. So, round 1 is Black Panther versus Spider-Man Homecoming. Come on. Is there anyone want to argue for Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yo, Derek wants a mic so bad. He wants a mic.
Anybody want to argue for Spider-Man Homecoming? I can't really.
Let me tell you the hard thing about this. The hard thing is Spider-Man and Black Panther are both the future of MCU. They're both the future MCU.
Right.
In
but it's
different
not
ways.
who you like better.
Right.
It's which movie was better.
But the reason why this is
I
hard,
like Spider-Man better.
The reason why this isn't hard is because Spider-Man is a remake time and time again, right? Like, we've seen so many Spider-Mans come out in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but
for Black Panther to be a one and original,
it doesn't matter. Did you like the movie better?
Okay, question. What are we basing the definitive off of? We got to qualify that.
So the premise behind the definitive is if you were to pick one MCU movie to say this is the one. If let's say there's somebody who's not interested, like my wife is not interested in Marvel movies. Okay. She watched it with me, but she was playing Sudoku or whatever. So she doesn't like it. But if you were to say this is the one to watch for a general audience, this is it. This is the definitive. This is the one where they did the best on MCU. What you think? Now between Black Panther and Spider-Man: Homecoming first.
So I have a differing opinion because, and this makes it different, right? I enjoyed Black Panther, I really did, but Spider-Man relates more to real life situations.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a hard question for you.
Yeah.
Did you see Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the theater and saw it.
All right, because you don't like these movies.
You went to the theater?
You don't like these movies.
So
wait, you went to the theater?
I did. So here's
I just saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I went to the theater. No, actually, okay. I did see it in the theater, and I did enjoy the movie. My wife enjoys them, so that's our date. Our date movies categories is that Marvel and DC comic movies, and so yeah, I go, but I don't follow the plot like everybody else. Like Jason promised that when he came to Atlanta, he was going to take me to a comic book store. I've never been to a comic book store. I didn't even know we had them.
But you don't need the comic. You don't need to know the comics to understand the movie.
No, you don't. But to be a fan of it, I
No,
felt
I've
like
never
at one
seen the
time
comics.
I would have wanted.
I
to
never
at
read the
least-
comics.
Okay,
Ever.
I've never even cared. Like the hype behind movies doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really, get to me. But what I'll say is, Spider-Man had more of a real life feel to it, where a lot of audiences could identify with. Oh, this could be me. I could be a regular kid, and I could turn out to be Spider-Man. You never know. But Black Panther was different.
Wait, how could you be a regular kid and become Spider-Man?
Well, I'm just saying, like
Without the bite.
he's a high schooler. He's a teenager. You know what I mean? Black Panther is Black Panther.
No, actually,
He
Black
has a
Panther.
legacy behind him.
No, he was a regular guy, right? And so
No, he wasn't a regular guy.
No, I mean like a regular
king. He's a regular guy.
regular prince.
Regular
right?
prince.
Yeah.
Regular prince of a made up country.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're
Uber rich.
Well, Spider-Man was
Wait.
actually
Anyway.
from New York
Wait.
City.
Wakanda's real, bro.
Anyway, all I'm saying is,
and just let me give you another premise for why we're doing this. This Trackstarz community is for creatives. So these are people who love God, that are creative, that want to get their stuff out. We focus on music a lot, but there's a lot of people like Miss Amethyst that want to be producers and filmmakers
Yeah.
too. So we don't want to leave those people out. This is for all creatives that are part of the kingdom that want to get their stuff out. So that's why we're focusing on this, because I also want to talk about why these movies work so well as well.
Right, right.
so if I had to give it up to one, I'm gonna say Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Ooh.
So you going Spider-Man Homecoming
Over
over
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
You going against home team?
All I'm saying is,
Over Black
all I'm saying is,
Panther.
we're talking about definitive. We're talking about.
Not White Tiger.
But Black Panther.
I loved Black Panther, but Spider-Man has more to build from.
Okay, Kanye.
It's built.
Foreshadowing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do let's go around and
Get this
vote.
man
Let's
a
get
hat.
this one out the way. Black Panther or Spider-Man:
That's
Homecoming?
what you want.
See,
No.
I have to think of it
Okay.
in terms of complete MCU.
That's what
Okay.
I'm. That's where
Okay.
I'm coming
Complete
from.
MCU
Okay.
all together.
Okay.
And because of that, Black Panther is such a standout movie from all the other films. There was no crossover at all from any films except for Secret Agent guy nobody remembers.
Okay.
So because of that reason, I have to go with Spider-Man because there was way more crossover in that
Yeah.
than Black Panther. And now I'm saying, in my opinion, Black Panther was a better movie. But if you're talking about the definitive, I'd have to go more on the side of Spider-Man and Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the reason I went there too.
Spider-Man. Who's doing this for me? Who's keeping track?
I got it.
What you got?
Well, they get it, paper.
What you
You about
got?
to look like 6'9" in a few minutes.
I don't think he likes my explanation of the.
No, I'm going Black Panther.
He got some paper behind you.
The villain. The villain.
I did that
hero
last
combo
week.
Yeah.
Was better to me in Black Panther than Spider-Man.
Now the
And-
villain in Spider-Man was pretty good.
But
It
that's
was
for the
good.
movie.
Oh, first of all, real quick, spoilers for every other MCU.
Yeah, true.
Because we're gonna have to discuss them. But yeah, the villain was, I mean, not as good to me, but the surprise of him was pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you got Black Panther.
Yeah.
All right, what you got? Panther. Well, we don't have to skip you. You're the same. What you got?
You're the same as all of us now.
I know. I was like, go ahead.
He's torn.
This is hard because Spider-Man. I understand what you were saying about Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Black Panther it seemed like, honestly, Black Panther seems like, but even without like the universe, you know what I mean? It could have done good on its own. And then you understood the story regardless if you knew the comic book. So I will have to go with Black Panther. That's what I was saying.
And see, that's the exact reason I didn't go for Black Panther.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Since
Ernest?
did you go?
Yeah.
What you got?
we got Alex over here too.
Okay, so if you're even looking at the Periscope, right? Camille just said that there was nothing memorable about Spider-Man: Homecoming.
You crazy,
Right?
Camille?
Well, that's what she said, and I respect
Camille.
her opinion on that.
You know that's his
And-
sister.
And to be honest with you, I saw it and I don't remember anything either. So it's not memorable to me. And so I'm going with the Black Panther.
But what we're talking about is, yes, everybody in this room agrees Black Panther was a great movie, right? And
Yeah.
probably the best Marvel movie so far. But
Yeah.
what you're talking about is the
You're
definitive.
arguing against yourself here.
No. But what I'm saying is, you're talking about which movie is going to cater to the audience of Marvel.
No.
Yeah.
Like, that makes
To
sense to
you,
me.
which one is the more definitive MCU movie?
If I'm looking at it from a Marvel audience, I'm saying the definitive is Homecoming.
Oh, for real?
Okay. You said
but,
Black Panther.
but you are the only Marvel audience I care about in your votes.
Yeah.
What do you think is the ultimate Marvel movie?
They're trying to pressure you, man.
Black
As
Panther
far
trying to
as
pressure
as
you.
far as release,
I
as far as hype, as far as all of that goes, it's Black Panther.
got you down for Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's too late now. I'm just trying to help him. For the
I'm
future.
just saying.
trying to help you for the
We
future.
want to
When
scoot
this
over
comes
to
up
Alex.
again, y'all are gonna know where I'm voting.
gotta
Want
for.
me to
Alex
go
as
last
well.
in this thing since I'm like the thing?
I
Which-
said Black Panther too. I agree with him on the remakes of Spider-Man. It's like, this is better than the 16th Spider-Man.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
All right, I thought Spider-Man was good, but I agree with Camille. It wasn't as memorable. I don't remember it.
That's true.
Like it was a good movie to experience, and Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time.
Really?
Yeah, number one, and Camille knows that. I loved Spider-Man, but that movie was good. But it was good to me because the other ones were so bad. So it was like, oh, finally, they finally got it
Compared
right.
to garbage,
Yeah,
it was
y'all-
tasty.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't like Tobey Maguire?
No,
I didn't.
Oh
I didn't
my
like
God,
that.
those were great.
I didn't like
I
that.
Especially
like
the
those.
Venom one, the one with Venom was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
dope.
I really like those.
But
Speaking of
so
Venom,
So Black
coming
Panther took
soon,
that round?
so I
October 5th.
got Black Panther.
Okay.
So
we got to move it along. We got a lot more to go.
Yeah. What you got?
Oh, so in this case, we got Black Panther winning, Spider-Man
Periscope,
out.
tell me who wins too.
It looked like, well, actually, I didn't see
don't
anything on
matter.
Periscope. But it didn't matter in this case. It's 7-2. Black Panther wins.
Okay. All right.
Black Panther moves on.
Next up, Avengers versus Guardians of the Galaxy. This one is tough.
That's
All right.
terrible.
Not for me. Avengers.
That's terrible. Avengers for me. It just hands down.
Yeah.
That was my vote because again,
This. I'm gonna fight you
for
guys
me.
because Guardians is my number one.
no. Here's the reason.
So we're gonna fight.
For the same reason. I didn't pick Black Panther. That's the same reason I can't pick Guardians, even though to me Guardians is a better film.
But to me, the better film wins because if I'm gonna make somebody watch an MCU movie, I'd rather make them watch the best one. To me, that's the best one.
but that doesn't necessarily get them to understand what's going on.
I don't
in the
care if they
MCU.
understand it. Which movie is like this is the best movie they've made? That's how I'm seeing this. Is if you don't like this, because think about the person, they don't care about the story, the whole MCU. I'm just telling them if you don't like these movies, watch this one because this one will change your mind. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Which is the best one?
So that's kind of a different criteria than I was thinking, though.
Because definitive to me means that then
I see your point, though.
Then Avengers
I'm
will
thinking what
have to win.
defines the MCU.
If it's just which one has the most characters in it, then Avengers is always going to win. But if it's which one is the best one for the person who doesn't naturally like this, and they're like, just let me see one of them to like it, would you make them see Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Avengers.
I'm still going Avengers.
Like if you were thinking like they'll never watch another one again.
Yeah.
Or I want you to watch this so that you'll watch more. Which one?
I would never watch it again, but I at least want to see why you like these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going Avengers.
Avengers, what you got?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
Wait, hold on. Run it back.
Avengers, Guardians.
Avengers, and Guardians.
What you got, Chris?
Avengers.
Avengers, what you got? Guardians, what you got?
It's a tough one, man, because of Guardians. I really like Guardians. Like and it was fresh, and it was like something that was different. I really like Guardians. Jesus, I'm gonna go with. Can I toss?
No, you cannot.
We'll toss up.
It's just because I'm asking, or
No,
like,
we
is
said that
a
last
thing?
time.
All right. Guardians.
Guardians.
Even though I love Avengers. Wait,
go
can
ahead.
I ask a question?
Yeah.
Avengers is the first one where the Hulk grabs Loki and
Yep,
slams him
yep,
like
yep,
that.
yep,
I'm
yep.
sorry, Avengers.
Is that the first one or
That
the
was the first
second
one. That was the first one.
That's
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I remember that.
The puny god scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Because I realized I didn't even put Age of Ultron on here because I don't remember that movie at all.
I remember it. I just saw it the other day.
Nobody would have
I
voted
just saw it
for
again
it.
the other day.
I don't even remember that movie.
I thought it was cool.
I thought this was the second Avengers. I totally skipped. I know Vision exists for a reason, but I just completely forgot what.
Yeah, that first Avengers was sick.
Okay, so I got Guardians. I thought Guardians, even okay, no spoilers for Infinity War. Okay, all right, I'll stick to what I said.
Say what you got to say, Sean.
No. So, Guardians of the Galaxy is the most fun I've ever had in an MCU movie.
Yeah.
It was the best one to me. It was funny. It was interesting. The music was great. Like, I just thought everything about that movie was great. So I understand why it would lose to Avengers, but to me, it's far the best movie they've ever made.
So you went Guardians.
What you got?
I go Guardians too for the music, the way that the style they did it. They started kind of incorporating humor too.
Guardians. Okay.
To me, Guardians had the most creativity out of all of them. I'd say that.
Avengers, Guardians.
Avengers.
Guardians.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be close.
Avengers. Guardians.
Guardians.
What's that?
It's gonna be close.
Everybody with Guardians, raise your hand. 1, 2.
So it's 4-on-4.
Okay, Periscope.
Periscope.
So, okay,
This one is
Periscope.
on y'all.
Periscope win Avengers.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They
Okay.
won Avengers, and so Avengers wins through Periscope, and getting Avengers a final vote. Avengers moves on.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all let me down.
Guardians is a better movie. It's a better movie.
That's what we're doing to me.
Y'all let Sean down.
To me, that's what we're doing.
I think the Guardians people are gonna be better.
This the seating was
Because let's say it's the way Jason is saying, then Avengers, we should stop doing this because Avengers has the most people in it. It has, like, why are we doing this then? Like, to me, it has to be which one is the best one, and you think that would be a great way to say these movies are really good. Let me show you why.
But that's his criteria to say, hey, look, if I really want to give somebody a flavor of what Marvel is all about, right? I really want to give them a flavor of what these movies are all about. I want to get something that you have a really good dose of all the connected stories.
But
And
then
I think
Avengers
that's kind of
is
what
always going to win.
It doesn't always have to win.
For him, it would,
I don't
That
know.
doesn't make sense. I
I
mean,
don't know.
that's not true.
right? Wouldn't it?
Let's look at the
What's
Pretty
the
much.
next?
That was my vote. That
No,
was
let me
my
see.
vote online.
What other movie has as many characters as Avengers in it?
Dang, we cut that short.
Wait, can I see her?
So should we change it to the best?
No, you can
film?
go.
Like,
No.
I mean,
No. There's several different movies, right? There's Civil War,
But then-
Winter Soldier. There's a few
Now,
different
Winter
ones.
Soldier?
It eliminates too
That's-
many movies from consideration.
Soldier
is what
may
I'm
be.
But there's
Yeah,
still,
maybe that's what we
but there's
should've
still
done.
for him. There's
Definitive
still at least
Avengers
3
movie.
movies out there that would give
as
him
long
some
as
pause.
as long as Avengers is really the one he thinks is the best representation. If you really think that, then that's,
in this case, yeah. But at the end of the day, I want to hear him when it's time for Civil War versus Avengers.
Okay.
If that ever happens, does that make sense?
All right. So let's see what we have now. Next up, Iron Man versus Doctor Strange.
Iron Man, hands down.
Iron Man.
Hands down.
Hold up.
No, that's hands down.
Hold up.
That's.
Doctor Strange is on this list for a reason.
Hold on, wait a second. I see Andrew shaking his head. No, I wonder if he's
Yeah.
okay.
Ernest.
Oh yeah.
To me, this one isn't hard. What you got?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
So
Iron Man.
We're not gonna discuss it.
Iron Man. What you got, Andrew?
Did you like Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
What you got? Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Well, you know what's
What happened to
interesting?
Ant-Man?
You know what's interesting? This is interesting.
Hold on, wait. We got one more.
Hold on. I didn't go yet. Let me.
okay.
What's interesting is out of all the movies that my wife has seen with me, just because she's nice, this is the only one she really liked.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I know.
That's strange.
Doctor Strange is good.
Yeah.
No, Doctor Strange is good. It's a good movie, right? Like, it shocked me because I didn't think it was going to be a good movie, but it was a good movie.
100% Iron Man. What you got?
Man, that one's hard for me, even though it shouldn't be. Because Doctor Strange, the only thing bad about it is if you don't watch it in the movies, it's not a good movie. Like, you can't watch it at home. I think the only reason why I liked it is because I've seen it like 3D or something. So I have to go Iron Man too. Iron Man.
See, the other thing too is like Doctor Strange. There was such a spiritual meaning there that took me to a whole nother place. Like the part of the movie whenever she said. So for me, my Christian spirit came out and agreed whenever she said, "You think all we have is the physical world? There's a whole nother world you don't know about." And so for me, when the director made them, because the director was a Christian, but he comes from the horror film realm, coming into a comic book realm, and he had a goal to bring out that type of a message. So I thought that was phenomenal.
But you still didn't pick it.
But Iron Man's better.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Winter Soldier versus Civil War. This one is a big one.
Winter Soldier introduced Civil War, son.
They all introduce each other.
Iron Man introduced everything.
No, but what I'm just saying, like that was like
That was the spark.
that was the
that was the
spark
spark.
of Civil War.
Wasn't Civil War when Black Panther first
Yep.
Yeah.
appeared too?
Are you biased?
Yeah.
Is Black Panther?
I gotta say
vote
Civil
Christian
War.
for you?
No.
He voted against
No, he
it.
voted against it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. You did.
All right. Let's go through it. What you got?
I gotta say Civil War.
Civil War.
It's the only one I've been to the theaters to see twice.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Civil War. Civil War just really held my attention from just the plot to the end. I mean, I enjoyed it.
What you got?
Civil War.
Civil War. What you got?
The Winter Soldier, bro.
Winter Soldier.
Winter
That was
Soldier was
cold.
so that fight
That was
scene
cold.
when
Yeah.
they. Oh man.
Yeah.
That jump was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Captain America.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Civil War. You had that fight scene with Captain America and Iron Man.
You did, but I just think
Not the same.
that fight scene.
Civil War had more emotion to it, though, man. He killed my mom.
What you got? Civil War. What
Wait,
you
you
got?
went
I said Winter Soldier. I'll probably be the only one with Winter Soldier.
you went Civil War?
you got?
I'm going Winter Soldier. I thought it was dope too. Like it was crazy.
I thought Winter Soldier was the second best Marvel movie ever made. So y'all are killing off all my movies.
Well, it's not over yet, Sean. It's not
No,
over.
it's over. Winter Soldier definitely for me. Civil War to me was interesting, but the story to me wasn't as neat as Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier to me was like, whoa. That was the first one I actually was like, yo, this is really good.
I'm gonna say this: if you enjoy Infinity War, you can thank Civil War because Civil War was going to dictate how they did the movie for Infinity War because they wanted to see will this work,
Yeah.
and it worked. No, that's what no spoilers. No spoilers. I promise. Do this whole show, no spoilers.
So yeah, to me, Winter Soldier was the second best. So what you got?
Yeah, I got Winter Soldier too. I think Civil War they just tried to ride off all the people, like the features. Like,
Yeah.
Let's put a lot of people in here, and all of a sudden it's just going to be a good movie. I think Winter Soldier was a better movie.
I think it was mostly about the fight in the middle of the movie than anything else. What's the score?
You called it, man. It was 4-4 in the room, but the universe went Civil War, and so they decided on this one. So Civil War wins.
All right. Okay. All right. So now, next round, we have Black Panther versus Civil War. Black Panther versus Civil War. Well, we know your answer already, right?
Why is that?
Because
Based on your
you
criteria.
yeah, based on your criteria.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say.
But you can go against your criteria right now.
Here's the other thing too. In my opinion,
It's your criteria.
like if it wasn't for like Civil War set up Black Panther.
Yep.
It
did.
set it up.
It
So
did.
without the layup, the dunk could never happen.
Amen.
Or without the what's the assist? I don't know, whatever
Alley-oop?
it's called.
Nah,
Alley-oop.
you
Without
had it
the
right.
alley oop,
Yeah.
without the alley oop, the dunk could have never
Nah, you're right.
happened.
What
Without
do you
the
remember?
layup,
You
the
remember
dunk
the
can
dunk
never
or the
happen.
alley?
Huh?
What do you remember, the dunk or the alley oop?
I remember Civil War. That's what I remember. Going
So
Civil War.
Without the layup, the dunk
I'm
can
going
never
Black
happen.
Panther on this one. And the reason why is because
even though Black Panther was in Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why. Because once they introduced Black Panther, I was hoping that when it came out, it wouldn't disappoint, and it didn't. And so for me, I'm like, okay, if you can introduce it and make it so hype and then live up to the hypeness and then make it great, then yeah, I'm going Black Panther.
All right, so you got Civil War, Black Panther. What you got?
Black Panther because the villain story.
Villain story.
Yeah.
What you got? Panther. What you got? Oh, I'm so used to that. What you got?
Wow, this is a hard one for me, man. I would say Civil War.
Civil War, really?
Civil War.
Over Black Panther?
And the reason I say Civil War is because just the scenes and the fight scenes in Civil War were like, especially the fight scenes when they going at each other with Captain America and then Black Panther. Yeah, so I'm Civil War.
Black Panther was such a story.
Yeah,
It was more about the story than the action. And so, to me, it's a great book. But an action film, not quite as much.
That's true. I actually went to sleep on Civil War.
Whoa, you slept there in the movie?
Yeah.
I go sleep on all of them.
But I went to sleep after the Black Panther part, and so I'm gonna have to go Black Panther. I'm gonna have to go Black
gonna be like,
Panther.
yo.
I mean, I watched Civil War again, and here's the reason I won. I mean, well, not won, but the reason I watched Civil War. I'm just foreshadowing. But the reason I watched Civil War again is because of that introduction, and I love the fact that the introduction, like the storyline, tied in so well. Man, it was incredible. At the same time, I have to go Black Panther because of how phenomenal the movie was. You're right, it was a story, right? But if I'm going to give somebody, if I'm going to say, hey, this is the first time you're going to watch a Marvel movie, right? Or the only time you're going to watch one. Here is what I believe is the absolute best, right? Here, check this out. And if they look at it and if they love it from there, then they'll watch some more. And I'm thinking Black Panther's the one to do that with.
Who's the villain in Civil War? You remember?
So,
Zemo.
Many vision.
Zemo.
Right?
I remember because I'm familiar with it.
Okay. Who the heck is that? Do you remember him?
He initially is a Captain America villain, and that's the reason why they did him opposed to anybody else is because he is a Captain America
I think the
villain.
problem with the movie for me is that the
can't
movie
remember
was
it.
more. I remember most of it, but the
I can
movie
remember
was
all of
more
it.
about
It was good.
Captain America versus Iron Man than
Yeah.
it was about good versus bad.
Yeah.
And see, that's what makes it such a great movie.
It was a great
because it was taking two great people, putting them against each other. You
I
didn't
didn't
have to
believe
have,
it. I didn't believe it.
and you didn't have to have a big bad. You didn't need it.
I didn't believe their conflict. I didn't believe. I was just like, just a nice sit down. This will get solved. It just didn't feel like a real problem. I want to sign it. I don't want to sign it. Like, get over it. Like, figure it out.
Nah, didn't Winter Soldier kill his parents?
No, he got accused of killing. Oh yeah. Winter Soldier did kill Iron Man's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Like I believe that.
You didn't know that right away.
I was waiting for the Yo Mama punch at the end.
Huh?
I was waiting for the Yo Mama punch at the end, but it didn't happen.
Okay.
I was waiting to see what the
He
joke.
killed my mother, and then like Yo Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real talk. Like I believed it. Right. I believed it because of the storyline. I really believe their beef. I believe their conflict.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought it was a good storyline, but I still got to go Black Panther.
Yeah,
Because I think that storyline is better.
I'll just say this: the reason I'm picking Black Panther is the third act of Civil War to me was forgettable. After the big fight, it was like, all right, movie over. The fight between Iron Man and Captain America was a waste of time to me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think so.
So I got Black Panther. What you got?
I got Black Panther. I think for me it's still. I haven't seen the new Avengers, but it's the best Marvel movie
Best one.
so far.
What's that? What's Periscope got?
Black Panther.
Periscope has Black Panther as well. So
They said we're
that's
biased.
that's a win, and that's what people are going to say. And I want to
course.
stop that, right? Because
I knew from day one I knew when you said this, I knew Black Panther
Black
was
Panther
going to
got
take
the
it.
most votes.
I knew that.
and it was going to take it.
well,
And it's the most recent one. Well, besides, but
and I
it's
think
the most recent
well,
one
yeah,
everybody remembers.
outside of the one that you know,
But it's not true because Guardians is
Guardians is what.
the best.
I mean, we gotta go.
It's
We gotta
already
go
gone.
Well,
according
we
to-
didn't see that. They didn't make
Yeah,
it.
we gotta go according to the data, right?
I got one question.
Like you did last time.
I got one question. Everybody in the room, who has seen every single MCU film?
Oh no, false. I did not see Hulk. Don't
I
want to.
think I've seen every one.
I haven't seen that anymore.
I didn't see all of them. I see.
Yeah, I think I've seen all of
I'm
them.
just curious. I mean, not.
Yeah,
not a
me
specific
and my wife
reason.
love this stuff, and so whenever one comes out, we go
Jason,
and see
you're
it.
helping us
Right?
get this credit because when somebody watches that and you ask that
Like,
question,
you haven't even seen it?
You haven't seen all of them?
They black.
Black Panther wins, of course.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
it's not over yet.
All right. So
We're
what
We're
do
not
we
even
about
got?
to
close
be.
to over. But
Black
the
Panther wins?
Black Panther wins that round. Hands down, it'd be Civil.
What's the
Civil
bracket
War.
right now?
Right now, Black Panther's in the championship. Avengers versus Iron Man to figure out who faces him
Why didn't we do any of the other Iron Mans, like 2 or 3?
because they didn't get voted in.
We can only
Okay.
go according to the data.
Okay.
3 suck.
All right, Avengers
Three didn't
versus
suck. You
Iron
crazy.
Man. What do you
You talking about when they
have?
was my man with the fire?
Iron Man 3 was trash.
That was
You wildin'.
trash. You crazy,
Iron Man
bro.
two.
I
was
enjoyed
trash.
Iron Man 3.
All right, what you got?
I enjoyed all of them.
Iron Man, Avengers.
This is
See, this is a problem because Iron Man set the fire to everything. Well, no, it set the flame, the spark to everything
Why did it? Because it was good.
because
If
it was
wasn't
phenomenal.
good, nobody
The
would've
story
cared.
was good, and then you have this weird guy coming with the eye patch at the end of the film, like, "Yo, I got this idea,"
It
and
shows,
everybody's
it shows
like,
that this is gonna get bigger.
everybody's like, "Yo, who was this guy?" Like, it was,
Samuel L.
and
Jackson.
Some people knew it was Nick Fury. Some people know him as the bad A mother effer. I mean, depending on how you saw the
Watch your
the
mouth.
actor.
Good job of changing that up.
So what you got?
But I think, man, this was my debate.
The bad A.
These two, and I'd probably have to say Avengers.
Avengers.
I have to.
What you got?
For me, the Marvel movies started with X-Men with Iron Man, and then
Speak
I
your piece,
started
brother.
watching all the rest.
They
Speak your
literally
piece.
did start with Iron Man.
Yeah,
Speak your piece,
but
brother.
I'm saying for me, like that's the first
For
one
everyone.
I saw. The
All of
first
you.
one I saw
That's
that
the
I
first one
actually was
everyone
like,
saw.
okay, this is good. But I'm saying I didn't see Iron Man until probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm saying I'm behind. Like I actually saw.
I'm falling a little bit away.
So
from
no,
you.
I watched Iron Man the first one right before 2 dropped because I wanted to go see 2 with my wife and I wanted to know.
You
I
wanted to know what you was getting into.
watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't 2 years ago. That was.
Then that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
Watch that.
No. I'm saying I started watching like the rest of the movies. I wasn't into this whole thing until that happened. But yeah, so Iron Man. First of all, I just love Robert Downey Jr. as an actor. I mean, his wit is hilarious to me. So that just makes the movie for me. So I
It
have
was
to go
more
Iron
funny
Man.
in Avengers though.
It was centered on him in Iron Man. So I like him as the main character.
It's all centered on him.
He's
Yeah, all
my
of
favorite
them are.
character out of all of them.
Iron Man. What you got?
Nah, you're right.
Avengers. What you got?
Avengers.
Avengers. What you got? Iron Man. What you got?
You went
Avengers.
Avengers and over here went.
Iron Man.
Man.
Let's go the opposite of Derek. You know you want to.
Wait, you went Avengers, right? All right. So I'm definitely going Iron Man in this case. Not because of that. But no, think about it, right? So like, okay, if you want to talk about a definitive thing, right? Then doesn't this set the stage like for everything? Right? Like you said, this is the first one everybody saw. It does set the stage. It is the foundation, right? And if you want to start somewhere, if I'm going to say, hey, start somewhere, start at the beginning, right? And in this case, that's my argument. Start at the beginning and then you can get a good view for what you're about to get yourself into. If you dive into this world, you don't have to dive in at the end. You can dive in at the very beginning. The movie was good enough to hold its own weight.
I got Iron Man as well. To me, this is the reason. Of course, it's the first one, but if this didn't work, none of this would have worked. So to me, Iron Man. To me, these movies are Iron Man, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Black Panther.
I can see that.
That's all I care about. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going Iron Man too. I agree with him.
Iron Man.
Makes you want to watch the rest of them.
The biggest problem with Iron Man for me is just that they changed up the actors.
Oh, but I mean,
That
you
was a
don't
big
know
problem.
that.
I mean, I
you
know
don't know
that.
that
I know
until
that.
the next one. So.
But for me,
Yeah.
looking back, it's just like
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
y'all should just pull Don Cheadle
Don
from the
Cheadle?
beginning.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they should have just pulled him from the beginning.
No, I mean,
But,
yeah.
you know.
And I hate that. I hate
I
that for
know
Empire.
Terrence Howard went and built the Empire. Like I understand
That would have been
that,
great, man.
But
yeah.
I mean,
Who else would have played
So
Lucius?
what's that?
Yeah, that's a clear one for Iron Man. It is a 6-2 round for Iron Man.
Iron Man and Black Panther.
So Iron Man
Championship.
versus Black.
Iron Man versus Black Panther for the championship MCU movie. What you got?
these are like the 2 rookie of the years. So which one made a bigger splash and is going to impact the franchise
Yeah,
of the
this is the
team the
beginning
most?
and basically the end, right?
Yeah.
So you got Iron Man, who set off all of the MCU, and then you got Black Panther, who introduced a new, like, possibility of realms. You know, just because of vibranium.
Even a new, yeah, that's what I'm talking
Just
about.
because of the
Vibranium.
vibranium.
Yeah.
Just that.
Now everything from this point on is about the vibranium, right?
Pretty much.
The vibe is real.
What you got?
Yeah, but even the yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
What happened?
I thought Derek was trying to debunk what you were saying, but he was agreeing. Yeah, but even going back to Captain America's shield, it's about vibranium. But this opened up like all of this new stuff.
Yeah.
Like back then, it was
America's
just
still
the shield, but now it's like, okay, we're going to open up this to the whole rest of the world, and then
Which one's more
we
definitive?
can't spoiler it.
Because you know what's interesting? You can't use your rules anymore now.
I know.
Yeah, because the rules don't exist. I told you we get to the point.
You can't use your rules on this. So what's the more
He
definitive?
can kind of use his rules a little bit.
I
though.
can.
all.
I
Yeah.
can.
because neither
but-
one of them had any other characters.
But at the very end of Iron
that's
Man,
just a
you get
after
a
credits
taste
scene.
of what may be coming. And in Black Panther, actually at the very end of Black Panther, you get a taste of the next thing.
Yeah,
right?
and see, that's the
They're-
problem. That's
they're-
the problem.
They're exactly the same.
yeah,
the problem.
they're exactly
So
the same.
what you got?
What's up?
So because, and I'm gonna have to use his reasoning, Derek's reasoning, because of the antagonist story, I'm gonna have to go Black Panther.
What you got?
See, for me, it's
Who was the bad guy?
I'm weighing in on a different area, right? Because I watched Iron Man. I watched the first Iron Man, and I was like, "Oh, I love that. I hope the second one is just as good."
Yeah.
The second one to me was just as good, probably
Was it
better.
though?
But then I really enjoyed the third one.
Okay.
It's me. So I'm willing to go Iron Man just because we still got some more Black Panther to see. And I don't know what that. I hope
You're
it lives
taking
up to the
factors
hype.
that shouldn't be involved. Which one was better?
Yeah, I hope it lives up to the hype. I'm gonna finish off my point.
But you're not
So-
following the rules.
I think.
I see you.
Oh man,
I think Ryan likes going against the grain.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm gonna go Iron Man.
Iron Man, what you got?
Wow.
Black Panther, what you got?
Me and him just connecting on something. And then after that connection, we going Black Panther.
I know what it was.
Captain America
stupid.
took vibranium to his shield, so Black Panther.
No, we're talking about Iron Man.
So which one?
Wait, did you vote?
He said Black Panther. God, that's.
You went.
I think I'm gonna say Iron Man, man. I'm gonna go Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I had
Not and Black Panther is it's a phenomenal movie and it's great, but just to start off, like it's like you get introduced. It's almost like I know you know him. It's like y'all we came together. All this happened because of Iron Man, almost to Iron Man and Captain America. So it's like you got to go with the original, like
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
What you got? Panther, what you got?
This is tough for me, man.
No, it's
because-
not.
No, it is because I just made this big argument about the very first thing, right? You know what I mean? And now I got to take that argument versus the whole Black Panther thing. And to be honest with you, I do believe, just like you said, just like we're talking about, it's the very first movie. It introduced you to every single person. But it depends on who I'm. Now it depends on who I'm showing the movies to, right?
Facts. Yeah.
It does, because if it's like a Black person and they say, I want to know about Marvel, man, Black Panther.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
definitely
And then if it's like somebody else, right, from almost any other culture, right, then they'll say, I want to know about Iron Man. Start off there, bro.
Okay, question.
So,
Which
what
movie
do I
had more
do?
crossover appeal?
Actually, Black Panther, because it crossed over to us. Because, no, seriously, because before it did cross over there.
yeah, there was no
Right?
need for a crossover.
Yeah, so I would say Black Panther. But I mean, that's because up until that point,
When it's a wide open lane, you don't need to cross. Why are you crossing? Just go.
Go to the basket.
The whole other team was on the bench.
Just lay that joint up.
You can lay up the dome.
so in this case, man, and I'm not Kanye when I do this, but I gotta go Iron Man. Just because of what it was. Like, it is the beginning. It is the foundation of all this stuff. You know what I mean? And if we're talking about definitive, it is to me the definitive movie. It's going to open your eyes up to every single thing else. You know what I mean? And for me, it's Iron Man.
Iron Man.
And I don't like it.
Okay, so this is going to be my determination. I don't know even know if it matters now, but between Iron Man and Black Panther had the villain that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
But the weakness to me for Black Panther was the hero. To me, I don't remember Black Panther in Black Panther. I remember the villains. I remember the side characters. And that to me was the only weakness, is T'Challa's story wasn't really there. You know what I mean?
Really?
What was T'Challa's origin story?
We don't know.
He was.
It wasn't a part of this. It was
No. He wasn't the.
You don't know. That's the problem.
He just was
You
Black
don't know.
Panther, but it was
No, they showed the beginning of it.
No, they did not.
No, they didn't.
They did
there's
show the
no-
beginning of him becoming Black
that wasn't
Panther.
him.
No, they did not. He was already Black
No,
Panther.
there was no beginning to T'Challa in the Black Panther movie or in Civil War. He was
already Black Panther.
No,
Let me tell you
what
where
if you
the
want to say
origin
that
story
then?
was.
That's gonna be in
Iron
Black
Man,
Panther
the
too.
same thing with
child.
Iron Man.
It's gonna be in Black
He
Panther
became
too.
Iron Man in Iron Man.
The origin story is in the prelude to Black Panther. So if you're a real Black Panther fan and got the prelude, then you got his origin story.
Tell him.
But you see what I'm saying? You actually found out who Iron Man was in Iron Man. Black Panther was just Black Panther. The movie
I'm
was
not
more
real,
about
then.
the villain than it was about the hero.
I haven't seen that.
Everybody thinks he became Black Panther in the first like little ritual scene, but they took his power away from him.
True.
He was already Black Panther. You never saw him become Black Panther.
Because his father was in the bloodline of being Black Panthers.
No, his father
you
was a
just
Black
never,
Panther.
You just never saw the exchange. You never saw when his father handed it over to him. We never
That's
saw
what I
that.
thought you did in the beginning of
No.
in the beginning.
No.
Like he goes to that scene.
No.
Remember,
That was
he drinks the stuff. No, he was already Black Panther because they had to take the power out of him.
Yeah, they took
to
the power
fight.
away from him.
No, here's the difference. In the beginning,
There it is.
they were verifying who is king of Wakanda, not Black Panther. You
Right.
don't get a Black Panther origin story. You get a King T'Challa origin story.
Yes.
You
Right.
don't even get it in Civil War.
And Black
Yeah.
Panther and King isn't the same thing.
Right.
It is now,
Wait,
but it wasn't before.
can you explain this whole prelude situation? Is that available on Netflix or where
No,
can I get
it's a comic book. You have to buy the book.
Oh, okay.
And
So
you're not
it's
going
not
to get one now.
available.
It's not available now.
You have to get a reader.
You know we don't.
All right.
I don't want to go there today. I'm gonna go Iron Man just because of that. I think Black Panther was phenomenal, but Iron Man to me was if I have to pick between these two, Iron Man is the definitive Marvel movie.
In my world.
What you got?
So we're saying liked better or thought was is a
Your
better
personal between
Definitive.
those two, definitive
Like,
Iron Man. What's
movie. But I
that?
like Black
It
Panther.
was Iron Man on. I think it was Iron Man on Periscope. What you
Did
got?
we talk everybody in Iron Man on Periscope? That's what I
I
want to know.
don't, I don't think so. They're their own people.
They're their own people.
What you got?
Do you remember the villain? I picked Iron Man, but do you remember the villain in the first Iron Man? Who was the first?
It's the guy that ran the company.
Yeah.
With
Remember
Tony
he
Stark.
got his own suit and then they had to.
It was his number two.
Yeah.
What you got?
all right. So it is a 5-3 in the room, and if you said the universe went there, then it's 6-3. Iron Man wins as the definitive Marvel movie.
Did y'all expect that? I sure didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either.
First of
I
all,
didn't.
because it's wrong. But second of all, I just didn't think Iron Man would float to
Jedi
the
mind tricks trying to do on people.
top. I'm just telling you.
It's wrong.
It clearly
you
is
know
wrong.
it's wrong,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, it is wrong.
Iron Man wins the definitive MCU movie for Trackstarz. All right, y'all, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tan, and DJ Jeremiah. Look up.
Hey guys, Miracle here. Thank you so much for watching that episode. Make sure you go below, like it, subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you follow us on all forms of our social media. Also, check out our website and be sure you spread the word. We'll see you next time.
We know not what we doing. Screw that, they know, let them have it, do it. Okay, I'm erratic, prove it. Never mind, got a mind that'll wind up with me in a lineup behind bars with these bars. Okay, my time.
Team Freedom.
Yeah.
We not through yet.
All right.
Trackstarz Music presents.
Turn my volume up, turn me off.